The man stared at his best friend's wife as she made his bed. Desire filled his eyes without the slightest attempt to hide it. Maybe she sensed the burning gaze behind her. Ellie suddenly turned around. David quickly looked away in embarrassment, pretending nothing had happened. But Ellie had already felt the passion in his eyes. She never called him out, because she had feelings for David too. She couldn't help thinking back to yesterday at the train station as they saw her husband off. The moment they hugged and kissed without thinking. She wanted to say something, but the thought of her family stopped her, so she chose to stay silent. David was a struggling artist. He spent every day at home working on his scripts. He was so broke he couldn't even pay the rent. Eventually, his landlord kicked him out, just when he had nowhere else to go. His best friend Jason stepped in to help and invited David to stay at his house. But Jason never imagined that one kind gesture would end in the ultimate betrayal. While Jason was away on a business trip, things between David and Ellie grew more and more intimate. Until one day, David's ex-wife suddenly dropped off their son, planning to let him stay with David for a while. After arriving at Ellie's house, David didn't let his son get out of the car, because he was about to take Ellie to an audition for a role in the production he was working on. Ellie was changing clothes in her room and lit up the moment David walked in. She even asked him which outfit looked better on her, as if David were her husband. When they arrived at the studio, Ellie was obviously nervous. Seeing that, David gently rested his hand on her thigh to comfort her. The mood inside the car instantly turned romantic. David slowly leaned toward Ellie. Just as Ellie was about to respond, a crew member suddenly showed up and interrupted them, thanks to her stunning looks. Ellie landed a supporting role with plenty of screen time, but after David's son arrived, David had no choice but to sleep in the living room. By then, his desire for Ellie had reached its peak. His eyes were glued to her. Watching Ellie walk away, David couldn't hide his disappointment. But not long after, Ellie suddenly came back and made a request he couldn't refuse. She wanted to rehearse the role she had just landed and asked David to play her husband. David instantly understood what she really meant. He put on Jason's pajamas, walked into the bedroom, and lay down beside Ellie. But nothing happened between them. Just like it was written in the script, they simply held hands and slept through the night. Meanwhile, Jason was still working hard out of town, completely unaware that his wife was growing closer and closer to his best friend behind his back. The next morning, the two of them woke up to the sound of a piano. David quickly got dressed and rushed downstairs, only to find his son playing around on the piano. His heart finally settled down. Late that night, Jason caught the last flight home. He pulled out an expensive headscarf he had bought for Ellie. Ellie was genuinely thrilled. But later that night, lying beside Jason, she couldn't fall asleep. Her mind kept replaying the night she had shared the same bed with David.